And welcome everyone or anyone and everyone. How about that? Oh my goodness, who is here tonight? Lord Thoth, my old friend. I hope you're still here, buddy. I know you said you had to check. I'm sorry about the lateness. If you are hearing this, my friend, I had no choice; it could not be avoided. And my topic for tonight, well, the gentleman who was going to be doing my topic tonight with me had to bail. I didn't want to do it without him. But I do want to talk. I can't wait to talk some Legion. My good friend Lord Thoth. Anytime you want to get together, and I will do it at a decent hour, buddy. Whenever you want to. Carlos will make it back when he can make it. I'm going to get with him and find out. But we had to move that off. I'll still talk a little bit Legion tonight. I guess I can. But again, I'm sorry about that, my friend. I know it's late for you up there. I really do apologize about that, buddy. I wanted to be on so much earlier. I had some things to handle. I want to thank, of course, an LLL, my friend Lord Thoth. Canadian Spider-Man does whatever a Canadian Spider-Man can. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. Well, welcome, my friends. Again, this is Clobberin time, issue number 50 for YouTube, but 750 for Clobberin Times. Clobberin Times / Clobberin Times. As you can see, big 50th issue. For YouTube, it's the 50th. Like I said, it's 750. But that's, the 50th issue, or even the 750th, is a landmark thingy. Mark with a C. What's up, buddy? Again, I hope you guys can hear me okay. But again, as a Canadian Spider-Man, I'm so happy to see you here, my friend. Thank you so much for popping in. And I just thought, even though I had to cancel and not do that show, I just pop on anyway and do a little open talk, maybe just kind of shoot it a little bit for a little while, and just for the fun of it. And I don't even know how long I'll be on, just a little bit probably. That issue of Marvel 2-in-1, that was a really good one there. Of course, a few weeks back, my good buddy Carlos, who was going to join me here tonight, and I did a whole show about my favorite all-time character, the Thing, or the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing. Then we talked about this comic book. Of course, if you haven't had this, and this is a great, great issue. It's a confusing issue. It's a crazy one. But it's a great one. So, anyway. Just Joe 47. Hey, man. Jobber, man of the hour. What's up, buddy? As always, it is a pleasure to see you here, my friend, old pal, old friend. Glad to see you, bud. Let's see here. I guess I'll start out with a little bit of they got so much geek news did come out this week, didn't it? A lot of stuff. Oh my God, a lot of stuff. Canadian Spider-Man, thank you for that sound check. Doug Oberg. Hey man, thanks for being here, buddy. Man, Jobber, Mark with a C, Lord Thoth, Canadian Spider-Man, Lord D Oberg, buddy. We've got Doug Oberg. We've got some great folks here, great comic book fans here as well. A lot of comics fans and stuff. A lot of geek news did come out this week. I thought I would mess around with a little bit. Orville Nation. Hello there. I'm honored to see you pop in, sir. I enjoy your channel. And, of course, I love the Orville, sir. And I like the Orville comic book, by the way. I don't know if you keep up with that. The Dark Horse Orville comics, one of the very few, almost the only comic I'm buying right now. Actually. Yeah, so, so tonight's show was going to be my buddy Carlos and I were going to talk, as we did a couple of weeks back, about one of my favorite subjects, the Legion of Superheroes. And we're going to count down our top 10 members of the Legionnaires. We're going to do that soon. Of course, I got to see Lord Thoth, my buddy, who's also a huge Legion fan. He said, I got to look at your list, and that's a great list you got there, buddy. Some great characters. Gotta love them. I love them big time. Um, I noticed you guys talk about Dark Matter. I've only seen the first season of Dark Matter. I need to catch up on that so I could go and watch. That's been a long time since I've seen it. I know they've got a number of seasons now, and it was cool. I got to go back and catch up on that. My buddy Just Joe says it was a blast on Thursday night with the most hated movies list. I thought for sure you would put Mad Fury Road on your list just to troll you. You know what, Jobber? I have a confession to make. I totally forgot that crap because I hate Mad Fury Road. I'm glad you remember how we beat up on that show way back when I did it. And I got to be honest with you, when I was making my list, I totally forgot about it. Damn, man. You know, it might have made my list. I probably would have put it on there because I hate that movie. But yes, the other night, I want to again thank my buddy Flash. For those who don't know what Jobber's talking about, if you were not here the other night, Thursday night, we did our top 20. Well, I guess you could say our bottom 25 all-time most loathed, most hated movies list. And we had sort of a criteria where not like the low-hanging fruit, as we call it, like not your Plan 9 from Outer Space or Manos to Hands of Fates or things like that. We picked, relatively bigger budget or well-known movies because I don't hate those movies, even if I think they're bad. Thinking a movie was bad was not really good enough. It's got to be a movie that really pisses you off, that you hate. So we picked our bottom 25. We did this many years ago, and our buddy Jobber here, Just Joe 47, thought it would be fun for us to do that over again. And my list was totally different. So was Flash's list, and he had some on his list. I mean, some movies that are, and that's going to be in a personal vein. That's going to piss some people off because he had some stuff on his list that are very well loved movies. Most of the ones on my list, I don't know if they're controversial. Some are liked, some aren't. But yeah, it was fun. It was, and we ran so long we had to speed it up toward the end of the list because my God, we did about 3.5 hours. We did about 3.5 hours, and that was just kind of all right. So we took our time with the early part of the list, but then we got into the top 10. We tried to speed it up. I hope we got it all in fair, and we got it all in. But I hope, a lot of people just couldn't hang that long, and you can't blame them. My buddy Lord Thoth says he was crushed when they canceled Dark Matter. So there's another Dark Matter fan there. Cool. One of these days I need to catch up on it. Yeah, Mark, see, that was a controversial pick for Flash. He's always hated it. The movie Aliens made. By the way, I love Aliens. I have a buddy of mine, that's his favorite movie. So he and Flash have tangoed on that one before, let me tell you. But hey, you like what you like, you dislike what you dislike. What are you going to do? And I just thought it was pretty funny. I actually hated Mad Fury Road, and really back when it came out, just myself and a couple of friends really just roasted it. But most people like that film. See, my buddy Just Joe 47 likes it. Sue me. My attorney will be in touch with you and you just can expect lawsuit papers in the mail, my friend. And so, yeah, I hated it. I hated that movie, but there were some movies that most people liked that were on my list as well. But you cannot get a more controversial choice as far as movies that you really hate and put on this list than Aliens, because that's generally a very well-loved film. I love it. And I got a buddy of mine, it's his all-time favorite movie. And like I said, as you know, Flash, and he definitely tangoed on that one. But I couldn't stand Mad Max. But hey, I had some a couple of movies on mine that I think some people like. But he also had a movie that has been panned by some, but I love. I loved Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It was on his list. He hates it, and I couldn't talk him out of it, folks. I tried. But anyway, I want to thank Flash. Had a lot of fun with that. It was a blast. Yeah, we got heated up and talked about movies that really drive us crazy. We hate them. But it's all in good fun until someone loses an eye. No, it's all in good fun, man. Hey, you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. It's the way it works, mate. Sorry about that. So, but again, I was very honored to see Mr. Orville Nation pop in there, sir, because again, I cannot wait for the Orville to come back. Oh my God, it's been too damn long. It's torture, man. I love, because as someone who loves Star Trek, and Star Trek's been dead since 2005, to the Orville gave me something back that I never thought I would get back, and I appreciate it for that. I love it for that. So, I cannot, I'm glad there are channels devoted to that. So, and of course, again, as I said, everyone, Orville Nation, please go to that channel if you haven't and subscribe there. He is, they also Dark Matter, and they love Dark Matter as well. And they do a lot of great stuff. I like that channel a lot. I'm there whenever I can be, even though I haven't caught up on Dark Matter, but I still go listen. So, and watch. But yes, we're going to do the Legion tonight. I'm sorry about that, my buddy Lord Thoth. Dude, we'll get it done. And I'd love to get you on to talk about not only Legion of Superheroes, but I'd love to get you on to talk about Blake 7 one night, man. Or one day. It can be a daytime. Let's see. Lord Thoth says, I met Charlize Theron without makeup and having hurt her leg on a movie set. And she was not a pleasant person or attractive at all. Avon lives indeed. I got to get back with Noel and Lee and do some more of those Blake 7 watch parties one of these days. But yeah, I got a lot of good stuff coming up next Saturday. My wonderful friend, the beautiful and fantastic Raquel Briggs, and I will be doing a kind of just a stream about how much we love Star Trek. I believe that's what we'll be doing next Saturday night. We'll be talking about Star Trek. I'm going to try to get that Legion show in. It'll probably be on a weekday or something like that. And we'll have some announcements and stuff about upcoming things. I've just loved Star Trek, and I always wanted to do something more regular with it. I used to do it on the old show. So we're going to be doing a lot of Star Trek stuff in the year of 2021. That is for sure. Yeah, Blake 7 is a great show. I'm going to try to get some more Blake 7 shows done as well. There's so many things I want to do. So little time. And so sure it'll join there. So yes, I'm going to try though. And let's see what else. I've got a few other irons in the fire. Anyone who remembers Starlog magazine? Pretty soon, a Starlog magazine retrospective. Just talk a little bit about that, about how you got your geek information in terms of science fiction, fantasy related media. In my time, back in my day, 70s and 80s, even into the 90s a little bit, when you had to go to the Waldens or the B. Dalton and get your monthly Starlog magazine to get your fix of that kind of news and stuff, as opposed to now you got the internet there. Mark with a C. Yeah, Max was reduced to being a sidekick for most of the movie. I still think it had some of the most amazing action scenes and stunts. But there's no question about that, Jobber. I won't argue with you there, man. It had a lot of good action in it. No question about it. Oh, yeah, I got a box full of those. Yeah, I still have all my old Starlogs. I miss those things. Miss those days, man. I miss them. What else? Where were I? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Stuff coming out. Now, we've all seen... I'm not going to go too far down into it because, I have blood pressure concerns to think about. But they didn't give you any really info, but they did. Marvel or Disney, whatever you want to call them, have announced that they're going to have a Fantastic Four movie. And there's other Marvel news. They've announced the director. Was it John Watts or something like that? I don't remember his name. Look, folks, I don't have to tell you what the Fantastic Four means to me. The only superhero group I love more than the Legion of Superheroes is the Fantastic Four. And they are my dear love. They are my heart. And fuck, or maybe even duck Disney. Fuck Disney. They have not made a good Fantastic Four movie, and they won't now. Now, again, is it in fairness to can they be worse than Fan Four Stick? I'm not sure you could be, but I think that in 2020, 21, 22, whatever it ends up being, I'm going to go on a limb and say yes, you can probably be worse than Fan Four Stick. Again, I'm just going to go out on that limb. Call me kooky. But yeah, I think it can happen. Well, Lord Thoth, like I say, as you can see, we all know what, I'm here. The Fantastic Four are just, I mean, look, I love the Legion almost as much. Don't get me wrong. I adore them. They're my two favorites as far as superhero groups and things. I'm one of those, I'm bi, I guess, when it comes to comics. I love Marvel and DC. But the Fantastic Four, man, they're my heart. Well, again, the Legion, I just love them as well. I mean, I got into sci-fi info from, Cinescape magazine, I remember it. I also remember Cinefantastique. And, of course, before Starlog, I was getting Famous Monsters. And after when Starlog come around, there were a couple other ones. There was Fantastic Film. Jim Steranko's Preview magazine, or Mediazine Preview as it was first. Legion is my favorite team books up there. With X-Men, Green Lantern, my favorite DC character. Well, I love him. And Wolverine is your favorite Marvel character. Well, there you go. I love him. Well, of course I love, Green Lantern can mean a lot of things. For me, it's Hal Jordan, but I do love Alan Scott, and I do love many of the other ones. But I think I remember Cinescape, but again, that was, I remember Cinefantastique a lot too. Well, anyway, the Fantastic Four film, look, we don't know anything about it yet, and yet I know everything about it already. I know it's arrogant, but they're gonna look. It's Disney, man. As soon as you wokeify anything, it's usually over anyway. If they don't wokeify it, they'll just make it crappy, and they'll change. Again, it's one of two things: it's going to be wokeified, which is Dead on Arrival, or they're just going to change so much crap. Because here's an admission I will make about the Fantastic Four. Okay, which again, I dearly love them. Like seeing them get stuck in the microverse in the '60s, time traveling to present day. I'm going to say something similar to that. My friend Mark with a C. Oh, yes, love the original Justice Society, Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Alan Scott, Spectre. I love them as well. I dearly love them. The Fantastic Four, and again, as I said, they're my love. Their origin, and they really only work in the 60s. As far as their origin is concerned, because there's, that thing, about that whole thing, I don't like to use the word dated. Their origin has a dated quality to it because Reed and Ben and Sue and Johnny go and steal that experimental spacecraft that he's working on to, quote, beat the Russians into space and then get bombarded with cosmic rays. Perfectly fine for a comic book in 1961. That's why in that stupid Sony movie, I understood in a sense they changed it a little bit. They just shouldn't have had Victor Von Doom with him. That was asinine. But make it a space station or some kind of crap like that. I'm not for that or anything, but it couldn't have been anything to do with the space race in 2005. And they don't need to be modern anyway. I would make it a period piece have their origins set in the 60s. And if you must, and I say if you must, I really don't even want to do that. But if you must, have them because they are Imaginauts, if you will. Have them because they do get involved with some crazy stuff in the microverse and in parallel dimensions and in other things. Have them be temporarily displaced, put into the future, what have you, if you want to do that, and put them with the meld them into the MCU, but get them right. Ben J. Grimm, Johnny Storm, Susan Storm later, Richards, and of course Reed Richards. Get them right. They're not. They'll be all PC'd up. You won't recognize. They won't be unrecognizable. True, they were unrecognizable in Fan Four Stick, which is a piece of filthy trash, which was way up on my list, if you'll remember. And the largely not good, but kind of sort of blah, ineffectual Sony movies. They didn't really. Look, I love Michael Chiklis, but I've always said people have always been kind of. They never get why I don't really like Chiklis for the role of Ben Grimm. It's not that he's bad for the role of the Thing. He's not really right for the role of Ben Grimm, because if you really do know anything about the character of Ben J. Grimm, Benjamin Jacob Grimm, he's a big, muscle-bound, athletic guy, big athlete, big man on campus, football player, war hero, test pilot. No offense to Michael Chiklis, and I'm certainly not throwing stones. I'm an old, fat, middle-aged man myself, but he was kind of a, just a dumpy, middle-aged man. Great actor. He didn't fit the look for Ben Grimm. Yeah, and that's true. That's right. The Corman movie, which is, look, it's weird how people revere that movie now that never was even meant to be released. It's bad. It's still a bad movie, but they had no budget. There's a lot of reasons why it's bad. It wasn't. It was an earnest effort with no budget behind it. So it's tough to pick on it, but it's still not good. Nevertheless, yes, Ben looked right, and my good buddy Doug. Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, the only FF movie we're ever going to get, not only one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, but really the definitive, in a sense, you got to say in a sense because it is different, Fantastic Four film is The Incredibles, the only 2004. I hate Incredibles 2. I don't want to get started on that, but kind of a linebacker, although he was actually a running back originally in college. But yeah, big running back. That was back when running backs were fullbacks. They don't really. Back when he was Larry Zonka, in a sense, I suppose. But, yeah, Incredibles, Doug, man, Incredibles is wonderful. It's one of my favorite all-time movies. It is the Fantastic Four, closest we're ever going to get. And this wokeified Disney filth, let's just say I'm glad we got a while before we start seeing stuff coming out about it, but we know there's director, and again, I don't know anything about the director, and don't really care, because even if he's a good director, they're still not going to. That doesn't mean he's going to want to be faithful or even allowed to be if he wants to be. I think a Sam Raimi or somebody like that would be faithful or try to be. Even he's got his faults, but I think he would. But he's not going to be in charge of the FM. So, let's see. Where at? Well, there were also a couple of Marvel trailers. I'm one of those weirdos that doesn't necessarily discount the possibility that WandaVision could be interesting. A lot of people are saying from the trailers they don't think it looks good. I think it. I really, really like him. I like that actor as the Vision. I love. Good God, Elizabeth Olsen. Wow. I like them in those movies. I'm willing to give that one a shot. It looks interesting. The trailer doesn't look bad to me. I mean, it's weird, but good. I mean, be weird, but be good. We will see. Will it, may be garbage, but I'm willing to give it a shot. The Falcon Winter Soldier thing. I really like both those guys. The Falcon from the comics is a big deal to me. I love the character. I never was big on Winter Soldier. Bucky probably should have stayed dead, but even though the Winter Soldier comic of itself, the Ed Brubaker comic, is a good comic book, and they handled him well. I like Sebastian Stan. So, at least on paper, and the trailer looked good. Again, trailers don't mean much. You could cut a nice trailer, and if it doesn't get wokeified, could be a fun show. I like both those guys. Yep, Lord Thoth, that's going to be bad. So again, the trailer looked kind of fun. We'll see. But I mean, again, I'm willing to give that one a look. See, I mean, I like those two actors. Lord Stargirl is good, even though we don't get the original JSA. Yeah, there are some good flashbacks, and there is a good story arc. The first season, I hear that from a lot of people. Mark with a C. Um, and I'm not. I know Jeff Johns really has a very personal stake with Stargirl because of his sister, and he loves the character. He created her. I hear from a lot of people because I can't stand the CW superhero crap. I've tried it for a while and couldn't stand it. I got sick of Flash after a couple of seasons. I hated Supergirl from get-go, but I stuck with it a while. I just can't stand it. I hated Legends of Tomorrow first season and into the second. I think they're really terrible and got sick of it. And I stuck with them for a while. And even though I'm a fan of the Black Lightning character, I haven't bothered with the show yet. Some say it's good. I believe them. Of course. I just haven't watched it. But I hear this is really good, Stargirl. So I'm not opposed. I just haven't checked it out yet. I'm not opposed to watching it. I might have to give it a shot. Who knows? But I trust you there, Mark with the C, and you're not the only one who's told me that. Well, and Laird thought the enjoyed Stargirl season 1, worried and had fun. Okay. Had fun with it. Well, again, you guys are not alone, and I may have to check it out one day. My problem is I might like it, and then the second season comes along and get that up, get swatted. Not swatted as people sent to my house, like a fly swatter to the face because after I watch it. Let's see. Now I had issues with a lot as a diehard fan, but I tried to give it a chance, and it was good, not great. Okay, Stargirl. So I was not woke. W-E-T. You should throw in there. You should throw the word yet in there. And patriotic. They actually honored the American flag in the last scene. And yeah, I've heard that. I'm saying some things don't start out woke on CW, but Greg Berlanti, boy. But you never know. Maybe it won't, man. Look, I'm being pessimistic. I apologize. Mark with a C. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm hoping for your sake and everyone's sake that stays just a good show. Let's hope so. They're going to put Swamp Thing on there, and Swamp Thing was horrible. I hated that piece of that show was horrible. On the DC app, I think aren't they moving that to CW? Whew, boy, that sucked. But yeah, Falcon, Winter Soldier, trailer looked good to me. We'll see. The Loki trailer, again, it's hard not to like Tom Hiddleston. Excuse me. Trailer looked fun. I'm kind of where it doesn't tell you much. A little puzzled on the premise why Loki's getting the TV show, but he's a great actor. His Loki in the films is it comic book Loki, not necessarily, but the guy can carry a show if it's good. So who knows? Again, definitely positive about those trailers. I mean, they could be okay. What If trailer? I don't know if any of you have seen any of these trailers that dropped the other day. The What If trailer. Animation looks really good. I'll say that for it. It really does. And I used to love the What If comic book. This clearly is not a comic-based cartoon. This is What If MCU What If, it looks like. Which is fine, I guess. I mean, it could be Woke If. Again, I hate that we have to default now to whenever anything's coming out, whether we hear it announced or we see trailers, this, that, and the other, that my default now, and a lot of people say, well, I hope it isn't woke. Hope it isn't woke, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That it's a deep concern now, everything. And then and not only that, let's say when I've watched anything recently and it wasn't really wokey and I either enjoyed it or just thought it was okay, I'm always go, well, at least it wasn't woke. That's bad. We've got to get that out of here. Now, I don't know how long we're going to be stuck with that, but we're stuck with it right now. I think we're stuck with it for the foreseeable future. We need to get what if when the FF all got the same powers. They did a lot of crazy what ifs. You know, one of the great what ifs. They did some great issues of what if in the first run in the Bronze Age. I remember I loved what if the Avengers had fought Galactus. Does anyone remember that one? That's not a reference to the. I love Avengers: Earth, the Mightiest Heroes, which I've binged for like the 15th zillionth time just recently. But I hated that last episode because the Avengers have no. The Avengers don't. Galactus. I'm territorial with Galactus. He doesn't belong to the Avengers. He doesn't belong to the rest of the Marvel heroes. He belongs to the Fantastic Four, and at least his origin does initially. So, yet in this what if, it was a world where the FF died in the ship crash instead of getting powers, and the Avengers had to fight Galactus, and it was damn good. There've been a few other ones. I'll tell you a really great one. What if the Invisible Girl had died? I'm sorry, that's when they call her the Invisible Girl. I know she's the Invisible Woman now. And I think Peter Gillis wrote that one. I forget. I think Butch Geis or Jackson Geis did the art. And it was basically, when the FF go into the negative zone to fight Annihilus to get that element to save baby Frank. When she's in the hospital with Franklin dying, about to give birth, Annihilus screws things up too much and keeps them from saving Sue's life. And there's a big funeral, all the superhero or a big wake with all the superheroes having for Sue Richards, and it's really, really great. That comic shows how Susan, the Invisible Girl, later Invisible Woman, is the heart and the cornerstone of the Fantastic Four, and how much she means to them and the Marvel Universe. It was really a great comic, and I love it. And I won't tell you what the ending was pretty cool too, but that was a good what if. Oh my goodness, the beautiful, wonderful, and fantastic first science officer Raquel Briggs is in the room. Oh, so wonderful to see you, my friend. Oh, thank you for listening in. I'm glad to see you. Crab cakes, how dare you? Well, that is wonderful. Honestly, I want a good Doom, a good FF family, a good story. Well, you can get that in comics. Lord thought that FF movie is going to be bad, my friend, but you know that. I hope it just doesn't even get off the ground. But yeah, the what if cartoon, it's, again, let's be clear, from everything we see from the animation, and the animation is good, it looks like it's going to be from the MCU. What if? Not based on the Marvel comic books, on the friggin' MCU. So what are you going to do? Let's see here. So those are the Marvel trailers. I don't know what you guys, what any of you thought about those. But then there were the Star Wars announcements. Disney has decided to make 75,000 Star Wars TV shows and a couple of movies. Look, I get a couple of shows, few shows maybe. What is it? Something this is? I could be getting this number wrong. Was it 10 or so? And 2 movies? All the negative press they've been getting, they hold back, and then they put The Mandalorian out. They get some fairly well-deserved good vibes off of it, and a little bit of goodwill from it. Now they want to just come out there and they think they've solved everything. They think they're forgiven. They're gonna come out here with this ridiculous amount of shows planned. You are the best, Raquel Briggs. You are wonderful. I don't know. A couple of shows I can get. I could kind of get an Ahsoka show. I guess I kind of understand it. That one, a couple of these things, an Obi-Wan show they planned for a long time. Okay, but a lot of these things, I don't know, man. And I'm also concerned about this Rogue Squadron show, because it doesn't look like it's going to be based on the books. I have not read any of the Rogue Squadron books, but I have a lot of friends and a lot of people who love those books. What's say smack? What not? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, sir. Welcome. When I went on Doomcock's show the other night, I'm so used to saying welcome to the show. I actually got on there like an idiot and said, welcome me. I welcomed myself on his own show. I'm a jagoff. By the way, hail Doomcock for having me on last night, by the way. I love you out there, bro, wherever you are. Doomcock's the man. But anyway, look, I don't know. I totally understand planning a few Star Wars shows, but ease off a little bit. You've got The Mandalorian. People like it. I mean, personally, I think it's okay. It's an all right show. But even if I hated it, I'd be going, all right, a lot of people like it, and that's cool. So why not ease off? What, an Ahsoka show, I can get it because she's already been a Mandalorian. Rosario Dawson is interesting for that. I was never big on the character of Ahsoka personally. I always thought it was kind of strange when they first, even from that first Clone Wars movie that actually played in the theaters, and I went to see it in the theaters. Why was Anakin given a Padawan? I don't get that. But, whatever. I guess she was good enough, and she's well liked on the Clone Wars show. And I thought, Rosario Dawson did a fine job when she played her in that episode a couple of weeks back. Fine, I get that show. I get an Obi-Wan show. I'm not so sure what Hayden Christensen is going to be doing in it. Flashbacks, maybe, as Anakin. Is he going to play Vader? I mean, anybody could play Vader. Do you need a voice? James Earl Jones, if he's going to be in the outfit, right, and somebody in the costume. I don't know what Hayden Christensen is going to be doing. Nothing against him. I just don't understand what he's going to be doing. I don't get that personally. But as I said, one of my favorite movies, Big Trouble in Little China. You were not put on this world to get it, Mr. Benton. So what does it matter what I get or don't get? Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you there, Lord Thoth. It's The Mandalorian is good, not great, but good. Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, I really like the latest episode because you see, this is me when it comes to, for those who don't, this is me when it comes to TV shows. I'm a big fan. I love classic television in particular. But I have a criteria I have for television shows. And, maybe not everyone is the same way. Well, obviously, movies and comic books and things, too. It's not just TV shows. But you got to get me into at least one or two of the characters or more. Some shows have really nice ensemble casts. But let's just take Star Trek, the original series, for an example. In Star Trek, the original series, you have three great characters that you could almost say they're almost like they're a triumvirate. They're a trinity. And Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. And then Scotty's just a great character. He's a wonderful character. We love him. Sulu and Chekhov and Uhura, they don't get as much to do on the show, but we still like them, and they're still part of the family, part of the crew. But they never, on the 3 years of the series, they never got a lot of spotlight. But we still love them. But still, so you got four great characters on there. The main three getting most of the attention. Scotty got a good bit to do, too. And you love them all, so you've got characters to get behind. So even in an episode that you may not think is all that good, you have those characters because you got to have them. One of my all-time favorite shows, this doesn't happen very often, by the way. Most shows have 1, 2, 3, 4 characters in the cast. Ensembles, Bonanza has a few people. Big Valley, I don't care what it is. Talking about Westerns now just for a second. The Virginian even is called the Virginian. A man called the Virginian, you don't even know his name, James Drury. But there are other characters. My all-time favorite TV Western is Have Gun Will Travel. Gene Roddenberry used to write for that show. He wrote a bunch of great episodes for that show. Paladin, played by Richard Boone, is really the only character. Is a recurring character that's in a little, like an opening piece in a lot of episodes called Hey Boy, but he's not really a main character. There's one main character. Just like another great Western show I used to love called Wanted Dead or Alive with the great Steve McQueen. He's the only character in the show. And he goes all over the place. He travels. Just like Have Gun Will Travel. Paladin travels. He's a great character. So he could carry that show and he travels and he meets obviously one-off characters everywhere he goes. There's only like one or two characters that become actually recurring throughout the whole 6 years of that series. But Paladin is a great character, and you get into him, and you want to watch him. And other shows have 4, 5, 6, 8 characters, however many that you really like. The more characters, the more you can do with your story. The Mandalorian has 2 main characters. A guy in a helmet that doesn't say much. We all know, not to spoiler, but he's only taken his helmet off twice. He has really very little personality. I know it's based kind of on the lone wolf and cub dynamic. You have Baby Yoda / now we know Grogu, who is something, and obviously he's not supposed to talk. We get that. He doesn't talk. He's a mystery. He's interesting because he's kind of obviously a lot of people like the cuteness. I don't give a crap about that. But he's interesting to people because there is sort of a mystery to him. But they're not too fleshed out characters because they have no personality. And I'm not saying they're necessarily supposed to, but that means the writers have the tough job of making a few good recurring characters, such as the Gina Carano character, the Carl Weathers character. Forgive me for forgetting names, but the show's not that memorably written sometimes. And of course, your one-off characters that they encounter throughout his adventures have been okay to tell a story. But you don't have consistent great characters to follow all the time, and I think that damages any show. That's just me. I've always wanted I'm a writer at heart, even though I've never published anything and I've never wrote a lot. But I've always liked to write and plot and different things. And I've always written things personally, but I'm just not, I don't know. I never pursued it that much, but I consider myself a writer at heart. And as such, I think about characterization when it comes to writing and stories a lot. I think about it a lot, and I talk about it a lot. And I had a buddy of mine, we used to write a lot of screenplays and stuff together. He moved off. We don't get to do that anymore, but we talked about characterization a lot. To me, that's very important in the things I read or watch and enjoy. And if you don't grab me with your characters, you're not going to grab me with your show that much or your film. So Mando doesn't have a lot of personality, so you're going to have everyone else picking up the slack. And it's the show's kind of razor thin with characterization. They've got some okay people because Star Wars does have a lot of spectacle. It's fine to have a lot of spectacle. Star Wars, the original films are so good because there are great characters in them. This show, not so much. It's good. I like it. It's fairly entertaining and it looks kind of fun in the Star Wars universe, but there's not a lot of substance to it in the writing and the stories or in the characters. I thought this latest episode, whoever that director is, I forget his name now, managed to pull it off. This week, I thought, people keep calling it filler. And that means almost every episode is filler because he's always just running off doing one other thing or another, leading like most TV that doesn't know where it's going. And these meandering arcs, and they only have so many episodes to tell them, and they fill up a lot of time. This one had a couple of really well-written character moments. I mean, who knew that Bill Burr was such a good actor? He's a great comedian in an age where comedians are almost extinct. His character was on an episode last year, and he wasn't impressive as a character. This week, again, they proved that you can, if you have an action-oriented show, but if you still want to add a little bit of gravitas to it and make it mean something a little bit more, you do have to have good action. It's good, and they did. They had a pretty good action sequence, but they showed a lot more. They showed us a lot that even the stormtroopers weren't cartoons in this one like they were the week before. And the scene, without spoiling it, in the officer's mess with Bill Burr at the table with the Imperial jerk scumbag, was brilliant. And it was just a subtle, interesting piece of writing, a great piece of acting on the part of Bill Burr. And when you get into that scene, okay, there we go. Thanks, Latino Slut, my great buddy Paulie's here. Hey, buddy. Rick Fukuyama, is that how you say it? He was excellent. I'm really impressed with his work, Paulie. And you get that one scene. It's already an entertaining episode on a light way. And then you get some gravitas with that scene. And yes, we all knew what was the outcome of that scene was going to be. We all knew what Bill Burr was going to do, and it was powerful. It worked, and I think it really made it an excellent episode, in my opinion. Seraphim Nexus, thanks for popping in, my friend. Also directed The Child and the Prisoner. I'm not familiar with that one, bud. Extinct or Sold Outs? Oh, well. Oh, when comedians, you know what, Seraphim Nexus? I guess maybe a little both. I don't know, man. That's a good question. That's a lofty one. Yo, Paulie, by the way, my great friend Paulie with Latino Slant. If you have not checked out his channel and subscribed, please go to his channel and subscribe. There's a description in the link below. And to him and also to a bunch of other friends' great channels. Please check them all out. And, of course, my wonderful friend Raquel Briggs is here. I wanted to say that we're going to be doing a lot of Trek talking soon. We're going to hopefully next Saturday we're going to be doing one, and we'll make some announcements. But in the link below also, she's a writer. She's a science fiction writer. Of course, also a wonderful, beautiful friend, but also a writer. And she has some things printed, some stories. And if you'll check out, there's a link in the description below to information about her stories. Please check that out. Okay, those are episodes from season 1. Thanks, Paulie. I appreciate that, buddy. Where am I at? I'm not sure what I'm having some trouble with my chat. Otherwise, I would have. What is wrong with this thing? Oh well, never mind. Lotus. Hail. I've been trying to figure out what classic American Westerns about. Let's see here. Dioberg. Been trying to figure out what classic American Westerns beyond the Eastwood are worth watching. Well, you know what? I'm a weirdo when it comes to that, my friend Doug. I do love, Western films. I would recommend some of John Wayne's films. I don't know if you're familiar. I love John Wayne. I love, Rio Bravo's great. Red River's great. The Searchers is great. I love Big Jake. He's John Wayne's. Those are some of my favorite ones. And of course, again, the Eastwood ones, which you said you've seen those. But I'm a big fan of TV Westerns of the 50s and 60s and 70s. Well, there aren't too many in the 70s. But I love TV Westerns. As I said, in my opinion, the greatest TV Western of them all is Have Gun Will Travel. But I also love, I love the Virginian, Bonanza. I liked, Big Valley and High Chaparral, things like that. A great one was a short-lived one called The Guns of Will Sonnet. If you could find that one, man, great show. Only 2 seasons, brilliant. One of the great Westerns, man. Walter Brennan, believe it or not. Walter Brennan was he brilliant on that show, I'm telling you. And Alias Smith and Jones, great Western. Steve Mitchum, yo, bro, thanks for popping in, buddy. Good to see you. Was there a great silence? I'm sorry. Sarah from Nexus, let's see here. TNG talk. I love TNG. Well, we'll do some talking about that for sure, Sarah from Nexus. We're going to start with this Saturday. We'll just be talking in general about why we love Star Trek. We love Star Trek, the only real legit Trek, of course, which is from 1966 to 2005. So, yeah, I was having some problems with Okay, that might have fixed it. Let's see here. Raquel Briggs, I made you a moderator there, so you're a wrench. Not asking you to wrench for me, just saying you have that ability if you want to put anything in there. Anytime you want to put anything in there. I'm sorry about that. But I want to welcome everyone for being here tonight. Like I said, this is Clobberin Times number 50 on YouTube, number 750 of them all. And where was I? Oh, yeah. But anyway, Westerns, those are some of the ones I recommend, sir. The Great Silence. Let's see. Was I silent? I'm not sure what you mean there, my friend, Lord Thoth. Are you hearing me all right? I'm always paranoid about that. Okay. Well, again, I always, yeah. Hey, Paul, you don't see anyone else in the chat? Do you hear me? I didn't know the chat was messing up on you guys. Huh. Wow. Uh, let's see here. See if I'm being contacted. Well, Paulie, if you're seeing me, man, you're probably busy, man, but I'll throw you a link anyway if you want to come tell me what's going on. I threw you a link on Twitter if you need to come tell me anything because I can't. The chat doesn't seem to be working at anyone, so I'm sorry about that. And I wondered what the hell was wrong. But like I said, no. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm being heard or not because the chat must be screwed up. Oh man. So if anyone can help me out there and tell me that. What in the hell? Oh, thank you so much for that retweet there. Yeah, my chat is the chat's either dead or I don't know. So I hope you guys are hearing me about this. I'm not sure what's going on. Could be just some StreamYards or YouTube glitching. I can't really tell for sure. Let me just get rid of this. Let me try to put another YouTube window up. Maybe that'll work. So I don't know if I'm being heard, everyone. I can't tell anymore because if I am, say something in the chat. Maybe it'll start working again. But you can't, can you? So. Let's see. Oh, okay. Thanks, Zero Depressive. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm being texted here. Oh, you hear me? Thanks, bud. I appreciate that. I got a text from my buddy. Thanks, Steve. The chat's just screwed up. I don't know what the hell is. What's going on here? But I appreciate you guys texting me on that. Okay, I'm not seeing it for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it could be just a StreamYards thing. So now I know. Look, I'm sorry about that. I got derailed. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with any of that. I was just talking about a little bit about that. I mentioned Mandalorian. I was talking about Star Wars. By the way, I wasn't really planning to run too long tonight anyway because we got a late start. For anyone who was not here earlier, my friend Carlos was supposed to be doing a show with me earlier tonight about another of our Legion of Superheroes shows, and he had to cancel. Don't worry, I'll be beating him up for it, I promise. But let's see here. If I go into the other window, I guess I can see a few things. Yeah. It's bloody glitching there. Oh, there you are. There's Raquel. The lovely Raquel Briggs is here.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you? Thank you for popping in.
I'm well. Thank you so much. I just wanted to let you know that what's going on has nothing to do with you. This is YouTube wide. And so the chat is coming in and out. It's also archiving and then spilling its guts. And then it completely halts. And messages are disappearing and reappearing. So it has nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Everyone can hear you. And
Thank
you
you.
sound absolutely terrific. So don't worry about anything. But I am going to go and make a complaint with YouTube and find out what's going on. But it appears to be platform wide. So
Oh,
just
okay. They'll
continue
fix
with
it
the
then.
show. And everyone, I was finding great success by using Firefox instead of Safari, and just hitting the refresh button. You can also toggle between top chat and live chat, and you'll notice anything that is missing in the chat will then reappear.
Well, thank you for that. I do appreciate that so much. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Yeah, you're fine, and
Oh
you
man,
sound perfect, and your new microphone is just absolutely terrific. You're
thank
coming
you.
in, and it's just really, really great.
Well, you rock. I appreciate that so much. So we are. Let's see. I'm looking forward to Saturday night. We're going to talk some Trek love. I hope.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone, we're going to start a Trek talk on Saturday, and we're going to have a really great time. And we're going to be talking about 66 to 05, and oh, it's going to be so great.
I cannot wait. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
I'm really excited about it. And I also wanted to let everyone in the chat know that I said hail. It's not coming through on the other side, but
Yes.
Mark with a C, and Mr. McWhatnot and Lord Thoth and everyone else in the chat. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting the channel. And yes, we are reaching back out to you and letting you know that we love you and we're listening to you. It's just things are technically messed up with YouTube at the moment. I'm going to duck out of this conversation and go and figure out what it is and make sure that this isn't going to last a long time. But yeah,
it happens. Thank you.
Keep rocking on, because we're really enjoying it, and and we can hear you perfectly fine, sir.
Thank you so much. Love you. Love you. You take care.
I love you, Captain. Talk to you soon. Bye now.
Indeed. The lovely, wonderful Raquel Briggs, everyone. What a just absolutely smashing lady. She is just fantastic. And I cannot wait. We'll be teaming up on Saturday nights talking Trek. Starting next week, of course. Now, I guess the Saturday after Christmas, we may have to miss that one. But we got big plans for 2021 for a lot of trekking, because we love Star Trek, real Star Trek. And I just cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. We'll make the big announcement next Saturday, what we're going to be doing. Next Saturday, we'll just basically we'll kind of talk. I was thinking, and we'll see where it goes, but probably thinking that show next Saturday night will just simply be about why we love Star Trek and some of our favorite moments here and there. It won't be that specific. We've done a few shows already that you can check out, that we did some great streams together. She's just amazing, Raquel is. And we've done, let's see here, what did we do? We did, I can't remember them all exactly. I know the last one we did was we're in defense of Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise, a much unjustly maligned series in our opinion. And we did a show defending that. We did a show talking about our five favorite episodes of each of the live action series, only real ones, 1966 to 2005, because nothing after that counts. None of that's legit Star Trek. And we've also done a show about our favorite characters, I believe, from all the series, if I'm not mistaken. And I think a couple of others, but we got plenty in the works, plenty planned. We're going to just have a lot of fun, because I love talking Star Trek with her. I love talking Star Trek, but it's never more fun than when talking Star Trek with Raquel. She just loves it so much, just like I do, and she knows it way better than I ever will. I know that much. She's just fantastic. And whatever this chat problem is, everyone, I'm sorry that I can't see your chats. Like she said, it's the whole platform. It's funny, I opened the window. And I opened it. I can see some of it in another window there. So maybe that's, I'm going to open an actual YouTube window, but I'm not seeing it through my StreamYards. I'm not seeing everything. So I'm sorry about that, everyone. It's not that I'm not replying to you, but it's just that I can't see. Maybe they will get that fixed, though. We'll see. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to run that long anyway. I just wanted to do a little bit of something because been on for about an hour now. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little bit of something because I planned to do one earlier, and let's see. That might have made it. Did it get fixed? I don't know. Yeah, it's actually looks like it's back to speed now. Yeah, I think it is because Mr. 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's popped in. And it is great to see you, sir. 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser is a good buddy, and he has been with me before. Hey, dude, by the way, I'm mad at you, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. I watched your video today at In-N-Out Burger, and you didn't get one for me, man. I wanted one of those damn burgers, brother. They look good. Man, thanks a lot, pal. You didn't send me one. But anyway, man, we don't have those anywhere down here, the In-N-Out burgers, so that must be, I don't know where you guys were exactly, but that looked pretty damn good. Seraphim Nexus. I feel seduced and abandoned. I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm sorry if I let you down, brother. Well, now, Lord Thought, don't get me started on that song. Yes, but what's the firm? Star Trekking across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. I can't do it. Well, it looks like I guess it's back up now. It looks like it's back up, Raquel, if you're hearing me. I think, or maybe it's messed up again. I don't know, but it got more current. Let's see if I can check the other window here. Somebody say something in the chat, and I'll know if it's maybe. I don't know. Anyway, well, what the hell? So, also, then again, all right, yeah. There you go, buddy. Yeah, so it is sort of working there. 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. Yeah, it was a good hand. Man, dude, look good, dude. I don't think I've ever had the In-N-Out burger. I've only heard of them. We have Atomic Burger and Smash Burger and Mooyah. And what else we got? Oh, Shake Shack. Haven't been to there yet either. So we got some good ones, but I've never had one of those. Yep, always going forward because we can't find reverse. I love that song. Oh, man. Dr. Demento used to play that song. Dr. Demento. It's time for number one. Yeah, man, sorry. I love Dr. Demento. Those were the times, man. When you find Dr. Demento on some weird station. No, he had a college station that carried it on Sunday nights, whatever it was. He's still around. Dr. Demento has a website. I guess he still kind of does his thing. I don't know if he does it on terrestrial radio or not, but I love it. Yes, Raquel, looks like you're in. Looks like it's working now. This is the test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. If this were for real, your ass would be dead. Yeah. Yeah, Nick, we've got I mean, we don't have In-N-Out burger, but like I said, we got some these gourmet Burger Smith and all these other places that are around, Some good ones. We do have Whataburger. We got that one, so damn it, you're making me want a burger and I'm not even hungry. Ugh. In fact, oh man, I just ate too much. Oh, cripes. Oh, in fact, I ate way too much chili. Oh, God, why did I do that? Yeah. Was it on Black Eyed? They called it compliments of the gorging season to you. This is the gorging season, they say. Anybody else watch? By the way, my buddy Paulie with Latino Slant. I don't know if Paulie's still here. He's probably had to run out, but he's going to be doing, because this kind of made the question, he's going to be doing on his channel. I forgot. I don't know if we're doing it this week or next week. The Latino Slant Players will be doing a radio show like reenactment of the classic Christmas movie Die Hard. and that's coming up soon. You'll have to check on the Latino Slant channel or keep the posted. That's going to be a lot of fun. I, of course, cannot wait to hear that. So, but I mentioned that because I was wondering, obviously everybody likes to watch, I don't know about everybody, but a lot of people like to watch Christmas movies. Does anyone have a favorite Christmas movie? Or just something you like to watch at Christmas? I've got a few things that I watch every Christmas. Now, this is going to come as a big shock to you all. I know. I hope you're sitting down, because the shock just may be too much for you to bear. But the things I watch for Christmas are kind of geeky. I know. You're just shocked. I'm sorry to have shocked you so badly. It was not my intent, but I did it. And I watch every Christmas. Of course, I watch Die Hard. You know, you gotta a little bit before Christmas because it's a Christmas movie. And there are other ones I watch. You know, if they come on, I watch every single Christmas. By the way, Sarah from Nexus, thanks for that report about EVS. I didn't see that before, buddy. Thank you. But I watch, let's see here. I almost every single Christmas, I watch Blackadder's Christmas Carol. That is great. Sorry, I just had to drink a whole lot of water because I had heartburn. I hope you're still hearing me, because I just spilled water all over myself. Not on the microphone or anything, I don't think, but just on me, because I needed water bad. Blackadder's Christmas Carol, love it. And again, because I'm a 12-year-old, one of my favorite things to watch on Christmas is a bloody cartoon. Yeah, of course, I love Charlie Brown's Christmas, and I love the Rankin and Bass ones, you know, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and such, and Grinch and all that stuff. But well, no, Grinch is not Rankin and Bass, but Grinch is Boris Karloff, but not Jim Carrey's stupid ass Boris Karloff. But anyone ever remember the? Well, of course you do. The Bruce Timm versus Justice League cartoon. Of course you do. I love that cartoon, by the way. Well, they had a Christmas episode called Comfort and Joy. God, I watch that every year. It is so good. Little short cartoon, of course. Christmas with the superheroes, if you will. One of my all-time favorite cartoons, Batman Brave and the Bold, has a great Christmas episode. I think Invasion of the Secret Santas. That's a great one. They even did one on Justice League Action. It was really good. Like I said, Blackadder, Christmas Carol, and Blackadder Back and Forth is kind of a Christmas one. Or maybe it's a New Year's one. Some of the Doctor Who Christmas specials, you know, it's kind of fun to go back and watch those. Remember when Doctor Who was good? Awkward and weird, but the Millennium episode for the second season about Christmas. Midnight of the Century. Wow, that's good. It's great. It's weird, but it's great. Ow. I just busted up my damn finger on this microphone thing. God damn it. So, someone type something into the chat. Make sure it's still working, because I haven't seen anything for a while. And if you would there. Well, again, they're probably just still having trouble with the chats on YouTube. Hey, look, it happens. So yeah, look, I'm trying to think of what else I have here. Don't have much else. Just going to have a lot of fun things coming up. In addition to, of course, all the wonderful Star Trek talk that Raquel and I will be doing. I'm going to try to fit in some. I'm trying to get my buddy Stephanie Janisek, who's been on with me before, to come on and talk about all the Star Wars news, because she is a big time She has a great Star Wars channel. Use the link in the description below to her channel. And she talks a lot of Star Wars and always has all the latest news on it. We've got an inside track to it. So I'm going to get her. I'm trying to get her to come on soon, maybe this week, maybe an early show. Because of some of my wonderful friends across the pond, it is so late over there. I'm going to try to do some Blake 7 and some Doctor Who stuff earlier. My retro blasting buddy, Michael French, and I are supposed to talk Doctor Who soon. I'm trying to make that happen. By the way, retro blasting, if you have not signed up for that channel and you love the 80s, especially 80s pop culture, especially cartoons and toys, vintage toys and things like that, you got to go look at retro blasting. In fact, he just did a new video. I don't know if any of you are toy collectors, but if you collect NECA toys and want to joke that a disaster NECA toys are, he just did a video that blows the lid off of NECA. It's amazing. You got to go take a look at that. It's really great. Retro blasting, just an amazing channel. So, yeah, again, all a bunch of great stuff. And what else? Carlos and I will get our Legion of Superheroes show done. I'm hoping, again, Lord Thoth, if you're still there, my friend, and I know you may not be able to type because it looks like the chat might be messing up again. You come on, man. We'll talk. We'll just do a general talk. We'll talk about some Blake 7, or we'll talk about some Legion of Superheroes, of course. One of these days, I'll get my buddy Nick Weiser to come back and hang out with me again too. We'll talk some comics again, my friend. Don't you worry about that. I sure hope so. What else? I'm planning some other shows. I'll get Flashback on again. I want to thank everyone who joined us Thursday night for our most top 25, bottom 25 most hated TV shows. That was a lot of fun. We're going to be doing more list shows, of course, I'm sure. Flash and I've got some other things planned as well. I'm going to try to get more, at least maybe 2 or 3 shows done a week. Might try 4. Try to get more stuff done. But nothing excites me more than to do what I'm looking forward to doing. Yeah, this chat's all messed up, man. I think it just stopped. Is talking Trek with my good friend Raquel. Man, it sucks doing this without a chat room. Damn. I didn't realize what a pain in the ass this was doing without no chat room. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Let me check something here, folks. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do not get it. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But it's platform thing. They'll probably get it worked out. Let's see here. We can't. No, we're doing Simonson's Store whenever you want, man. I got to get I still got to read it yet. That's coming from my buddy Mark C. Mark C, if you're out there, bro, let me know when you want to do that. And tell me, give me some advance time, and I'll get those and read it. But it might take me a while to grab it. I have some of the trades, so if you hear me, man, I'm all in on that. I still want to do any show you want to do reviewing stuff. Like I said, we're going to be doing Saturdays. Yes, I'm going to be doing Trek Talk stuff like that, but I still have other nights, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, whatever nights I can do other stuff on. So, and again, since this is December, next Saturday, Raquel and I. Oh, there we go. Looks like it jumped back up again. Cardinal Sin. Hey, man, good to see you. Okay. Now it jumped back on, and all of a sudden like that. Okay, everyone, the chat jumped back to me. Yeah, I can see you now, Mark C. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. I still have to watch the rest. What's his face? Yeah, what's his face? Whatnot? Yeah, we kind of went long on that movies thing. It took us a while because we were taking our time with it. Yeah, man, I'm sorry about that. We went like 3.5 hours. But in fact, toward the end there, we just kind of sped it up a little bit. And it's kind of, abbreviated a little. But again, a lot of those movies in the top 10 or bottom 10, everybody knows them pretty much about them anyway. So it looks like the chat kind of just jumped back on real quick. So, yep, Simonson's store. Look, Mark, if that's the one you want to commit to, then I'll get on it. I'm going to have to try to find him. You want to do like the first couple of years first? Because obviously he was on the book for a long time. You tell me how you want to do that one. We're all over it, dude. Raquel Briggs, let's see, he says, okay. He says, Raquel Briggs, just finished first season rewatch of Enterprise. I think I missed some upsides back in the day, so nice surprises. Their memory is really bad. Well, my memory's bad too, buddy. I love the first season and second season of Enterprise. I was just watching a bunch of the fourth season, and I just really love that show. Again, but I'm glad to see you there, Cardinal Sin. Thank you for popping in, my friend. But yeah, Mark C. Dude, I'm still planning. I want to do all kind of comic stuff, and if that's the one you want to focus on next, I'll get on it. I'm gonna have to get mine together. I don't have the issues anymore, but I got a trade here and there, and I have ways to get them, so I'll get them, and we can read that because that's a good idea. Simonson's store, because I have not read that in a long, long time. And sorry, I'm getting a buzz there. First trade for next Monday. Okay. A week from Monday. I think I could probably swing that, man. I love the Simonson Thor run. So I will track down my first trade of it. If not, I know I have it somewhere. If I don't have it somewhere, I'll find it. Don't worry about it. And about a week or so, that's probably enough time. I'm just gonna write it down, make sure I don't forget about it. If you could help me remember it later, bug me about it tomorrow or later if you think about it. I know you're a busy man yourself. That will be great. I would love to do that. Because it's a terrific run. For those who don't know, Walter Simonson's run on Thor from the early 80s, starting with Thor number 337. Wasn't it 337? Or was it 333? I always forget that one. It's one of them. But anyway, it's one of the others. But I don't know. But anyway, it was a great run. I was working in the comic shop when it came out, and I can't even remember. I always thought it was 337. So yeah, that's where it was. Or was it 333? Well. Oh my goodness. All right. What's wrong with this? I think it was 337 if I remember right, but yeah. So the chat's kind of, it looked like it stopped again, everyone. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But so a week from this Monday, the great Mark C., my good bud, and I will review. And by the way, Mark, I don't know which issues that and how many issues that encapsulates. So we'll just say we'll start our review of the Walt Simonson Thor run from the beginning, and we'll like you say, we'll do the first trade, however many issues are in there, and I will consult with you on that, however many issues there are, and that will be fun because it has been a long time since I picked that up. Oh, thanks. Watch this face and whatnot. I appreciate that, my friend. Cardinal Sin, thanks for popping in, buddy. I hope you're feeling better, man. And I look forward to talking to you. Cardinal Sin and I will get together and talk again soon. We'll be able to talk. We'll be able to talk soon. We're going to get together and talk soon. That is. Yeah, the chat room is just going wonky, everyone. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to get out of here, let everyone get out of here, and go do something way more fun than hearing me yammer on about crap. So I'll just close this up and say that I thank you all for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry I had to cancel my show from earlier because Carlos had to cancel on me. He had something came up, and he's an idiot, and I'm going to be saying really bad things about him to his face, though, so don't worry. Now, I love him. He knows, but it happens. We're going to resume. We were going to reschedule the show we planned, which is our show for Legion of Superheroes. This Monday night, I will do another open show. I'll have somebody sit with me probably. So you want to listen to my dumb, boring ass drawn on. We shall see. Maybe I could talk Loki into hanging with me again. I'm going to see, because I got to get with Loki. Of course, this Tuesday night, as always, 7, I will be hanging with Loki and the gang on his great channel, Valhalla. Again, Stone Loki is such a great, awesome dude. He's been such a good friend to me. Those guys, they're all my Loki and Valhalla buddies are having fun playing Cyberpunk now. But this Tuesday night, hopefully we'll all be getting together, as we always do for the panel. And at 7 o'clock Central, it's always so much fun. And I love those dudes. They're all such an amazing group. And then, but Monday night, I will have an open show of some sort. And I will probably do one Wednesday night also. I might do a topic. I don't know yet on that. But next Saturday night, the beautiful and fabulous, wonderful Raquel Briggs and I will be talking about why we love Star Trek and some of our favorite moments of it and such. We'll be talking some Trek then, and we'll make announcements about all kind of future plans for some Trek Talk. Trek Talk shows that we're going to be doing on Saturday nights in 2021. Of course, the following Saturday, this day after Christmas, I have a wedding to go to. I'll be going to that. So, yeah. But we will start, we'll go back to Saturdays after that, the week after that or so. Yeah. So, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you so much. The wonderful and amazing Raquel Briggs was here. Thank you so much, my dear, for popping in. Love you, love you. My good buddy Jobber popped in earlier. Just Joe 47. 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. Thank you for popping in, sir. My fantastic friend Lord Thoth was here. Cardinal Sin popped in earlier. Thanks, my friend. Mark with a C. I'm so happy to see you pop in, buddy. I really appreciate it. My fantastic old friend Steve Mitchum popped in. Thanks for the text, by the way, earlier. Appreciate that, bud. What's his face? Smith, whatnot. Thank you, sir, as always. I really appreciate you stopping in. Sarah from Nexus. Thank you for all your help, sir, and thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. I'm honored to have you pop in. Earlier, I don't know if he's still here, but earlier, the great Orville Nation popped in, and I was very, very honored to see that. Love Orville Nation. Please go to that channel, and if you haven't subscribed, the Orville is a great show. He also talks about dark matter, so that's cool stuff. 337 to 382. Thank you, Mark, with a C on that. Doug Oberg, the fantastic Doug Oberg, my good friend. I'll let you know when we do the Simonson show, buddy. If I missed anyone, I apologize. It's kind of, I hope I didn't miss Paulie. The good H. Paulie from Latino Slat did pop in earlier. Yeah, I guess that's about it. We're gonna let it roll. We're gonna just wrap it up early here. I don't know. This chat makes it kind of wonky here. I don't know what's going on. Besides, it's a Saturday night. Who wants to mess around with me? I'm sorry. I've had so much fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great night before and now this. So thanks a lot. I'm going to play us out with the great outro made by the fantastic, amazing Stone Loki. Good night, everyone, and thank you, Stone Loki, for this, buddy.